baby bus!
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador!
Surrender now, Egg Thief. Part 2. Late at night, the rhythmic sound of sawing logs could be heard emanating from a row of houses on Feather Street as its residents snooze deep in slumber. A shadowy figure could be seen sneaking up to the door of one particular house. On the corner of the door was a small pentagram pattern. The figure looked around and suddenly jumped onto the drain pipe outside the house. With both hands and feet, it swiftly climbed up and jumped directly into the baby room on the second floor through an open window.
Whoosh whoosh! Ho! Hee hee hee! I am the handsome speed climber, expert egg-snatcher. Hee hee!
The figure landed steadily, clapping its hands triumphantly, and walked over to the crib. In the dim moonlight, a white baby duck egg could be seen lying in the crib. Then the figure reached out to grab the baby egg when...
Ha! I knew you'd show up here.
At that very moment, a figure suddenly emerged from the curtain behind the thief and closed the window. A penetrating beam of savvy flashed behind Sheriff Labrador's dark round eyes in the moonlight.
Sheriff Labrador? How? How did you know I'd be here tonight?
It's simple. You drew a pentagram pattern on the door of your target's home as a mark before each of the prior thefts. And I found the same mark on the door of Mr. Duck's house. So I have laid here and wait for you.
Sheriff Labrador, the best cop in Forestville. You never cease to amaze me. But I am the handsome speed climber, expert egg snatcher. Whoosh whoosh!
The figure dashed off with the baby duck egg in his arms. Sheriff Labrador then noticed that the thief was none other than a chubby, slick-haired honey badger.
Why this duck egg so heavy? Never mind. I gotta make my escape first.
As Honey Badger whooshed through the door with the egg on his head, Sheriff Labrador leaped into action. But Honey Badger cleverly dodged Sheriff Labrador's attack by quickly gliding from side to side as if he had baby oil on his feet.
You can't possibly expect to catch me, the great speed climber. Toodaloo!
Dobie!
Hey now, Dobie's here!
Just outside the nursery door, a tall figure suddenly pounced at Honey Badger. Officer Doberman had been lurking around the corner, waiting for an opportune time. Honey Badger stopped rapidly, turned, and fled down the corridor.
Oh, gotcha! You!
Officer Doberman leaped forward and grabbed hold of Honey Badger by the tail. Unexpectedly, however, because of its slick hair, Honey Badger slipped through Officer Doberman's grip and escaped. Officer Doberman fell forward onto his face, his hands sticky and covered in something like oil.
Hey now, how long has it been since you last showered? You're covered in grease!
When Honey Badger, raising his foot to flee, heard it, his hair bristled with anger.
What? Phooey! Nonsense! You're the one who hasn't bathed! I take personal hygiene and skincare very seriously. That's my skincare oil. I rub oil on my body every day to keep myself looking good.
Ew, no wonder this guy's so slippery.
Toodaloo, Sheriff Labrador, Officer Doberman, whoosh whoosh.
Honey Badger flashed a contemptuous smile and turned to run. Officer Doberman jumped to his feet, undeterred.
No villain can escape from me!
Whoosh whoosh! Whoosh whoosh! Whoosh whoosh whoosh!
Officer Doberman was quick too, moving at lightning speed. Honey Badger, clinging to the egg, jumped here and there to dodge Officer Doberman's attacks, and looked as if he was doing a funny tap dance. Soon, Honey Badger was out of breath, and Officer Doberman refused to let up.
Yahoo! Check out my Dazzling Dobie Paw!
Yeah, this is awful. The duck egg is so heavy. I'm gonna get caught sooner or later.
Honey Badger squinted his eyes, then suddenly threw the baby duck egg high in the air.
Hey now, the baby duck egg! Yo!
Wait, Dobie, stop!
Seeing that the baby duck egg had almost descended to the ground, Officer Doberman threw himself underneath it to catch it. The honey badger then evaded Sheriff Labrador and fled toward the stairs.
Hey!
Don't worry, I can protect the baby duck egg.
Officer Doberman reached out to catch the baby egg, but felt it became slippery. The egg then slipped out of his hands. To his surprise, the egg was covered in a layer of honey badger's skincare oil.
Oh, phooey!